5,000 miles from the Arctic lies the Caribbean Sea. It's blue, it's hot, it's humid. It's a great place for tourists, but it's an utterly horrible place for polar bears. Yet the Caribbean is where 7 bears, Alaska, Boris, Kenneth, Wilhelm, Beryl, Marcia, and Royal, found themselves, captives of the Suarez Brothers Circus. Imagine this. It's 113 degrees in the shade. You're wearing a thick fur coat designed for temperatures as low as -40. You're so well insulated that almost no heat escapes. The only way to cool off is to jump in the Arctic Sea. But the Arctic Sea is 5,000 miles away from the truck you're crammed into. The tropical sun beats down like a hammer. You haven't moved in 55 hours. There's no breeze, no air conditioner, no ice. But there is a show tonight. Under the big top, temperatures soar. Whips and prods punctuate the heat as one of the world's great predators is forced down playground slides and onto building blocks. For 2 decades, the Suarez Brothers Circus toured the tropics, with polar bears headlining shows in Honduras, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. It was a life sentence in a moving tropical hell. But then an underground railroad of sorts sprang up. PETA launched a campaign demanding that the bears be confiscated by the United States Fish and Wildlife Service for gross violations of the Marine Mammal Protection Act. 18 months of intense campaigning by PETA unleashed a storm of international outrage over the bears' treatment. Numerous petitions asking the USDA to seize the bears were turned down, with officials claiming the Suarez 7 were perfectly fine and healthy despite having been shown footage of the bears in unending misery. Finally, government officials relented. Federal marshals were called in, FedEx in a plane. And when the cage doors opened again,
He's holding on to that familiar turkey.
Sadly, there is no footage for most of the world's circus captives in anything but cages and chains. The conditions the Suarez 7 were freed from are horribly common and sometimes lead to tragedy. In 1994, Officer Blaine Doyle, who had to shoot 47 rounds into Janet, an elephant who charged out of the Great American Circus arena, lamented, "I think these elephants are trying to tell us that zoos and circuses are not what God created them for, but we have not been listening."